Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I and mine, that is ignorance. By discriminate, you will realize that what you call I is really nothing but the Atman. Reason it out. Are you the body or flesh or something else? At the end, you will know that you are none of these. You are free from attributes. Then you will realize that you have never been the doer of any action, that you have been free from virtue and faults alike, that you are beyond righteousness and unrighteousness. I and mine are ignorance. The moment we come to the waking state, we identify with the body. The moment we retire from the waking state into sleep and deep sleep, I don't have a body. I am totally independent of the body the moment I sleep. How do I detach? How I attach? How the moment I wake up, I am identifying with the body and say, I am body, I am body. And it continues till I enter into sleep. The moment I sleep, I don't have a body. I don't even know I have a body. I have left and come within, or what has happened, I will not know. How did I separate also, I will not know. Now, when you analyze this, especially the sleep experience of ours, that is the only proof that I have an existence independent of body, where the body is totally disconnected from me. My consciousness is withdrawing itself. Nature is taking it in and I am disconnected. Still I go. From the gross body I live, subtle body, mind and senses also I live. Dream state also ends. I enter into deep sleep. How I am detaching, you see. I am neither body, physical body, nor my subtle body, the mind and senses. Because dream also is going to end. As long as mind and senses are there, dream world is there. As long as physical body is there, this waking state is there. Then I enter into deep sleep. Then it doesn't end with the deep sleep, leaving all my identity, my knowledge that I gain in the waking state, all this leaving in the causal body, I withdraw. I withdraw and expand in the universal consciousness. Every day, every time, I enter into deep sleep. How do you know? In deep sleep you will enter, you live and still go back and become one with the universal consciousness, the God? Because when you go, turn inward and go, you will see that in deep sleep state, I am in the causal body. There is heart, there is intellect. Beyond intellect, there is spiritual heart. Beyond that is the another layer of our where my deep sleep also ends. I enter into the eternal existence. There I see myself expanding into the infinite eternal existence. So as I live, as I go to the inner layers, from Ajna Chakra onwards, the physical, the pranic, the psychic, the intellectual sheath, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha ends with the one by one chakras. If you see, it will end with the Vishuddha Chakra. Ajna, when I come, it is layer by layer I am going withdraw physical body onwards, and I will see the Vijnana Kosha. When I leave, I am into the Ajna Chakra. Ajna and Vishuddha belong to the, where I live, I expand into the universal consciousness. And after that is still the deeper layer. This we actually experience when I turn inward, and what happens in my dream, deep sleep, the expansion into the cosmic, the separation from the causal body also we see only when we turn inward and travel. Those who have gone will tell, it is like this, it is like this. And you can verify it. You yourself can enter inside and verify. So here then you'll see, even by reasoning, through your experience, you will definitely see, even reason out, whether you are body or flesh. At the end you will know that you are none of these. You are free from attributes also, gunas, qualities. Then you will realize you have never been a doer of any action, because we are crossing the ego. Ego dissolves. In Vishuddha Chakra, I have already left my ego in the heart and come where the form is dissolving, Rupa. I am entering into Nirguna Nirakara. You have never been doer of. In ego, there is Kartritva, Jnatritva and Bhoktritva. Doership, knowership and enjoyership exists only in ego. I am crossing the ego and entering into the beyond ego. You have been free from virtue and faults alike, that you are beyond righteousness and unrighteousness. Important thing, all my qualities, my bodily existence, my psychic existence, all these layers of that is covering my soul, I cross and enter into the universal consciousness of being one with God. There we clearly identify, I was never a doer, I have never done anything. Immediately the karmas drop away. There are no more karmas for him. Even entering into Vijnanamaya Kosha itself makes you detached forever from the physical body. Then from the subtle body, Brahma Granthi breaks, Vishnu Granthi breaks with subtle body and causal body. The Rudra Granthi also breaks. Then you will see you are neither physical body nor the subtle body and the causal body. You are neither in the waking state or the dreaming state or deep sleep. You are beyond pervading all this. Then you will become the witness of the three states also, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, and be one with the cosmic being. But what happens is only you are one with God in every respect, except that the powers of God we will not get. You are free from nature totally. You are Mukta Jiva. Nature cannot bind you. You have your own freedom to live as you want. You can be in the world, beyond the world. You can enter back and take birth at your will. You can leave the body and go. When you are in the body also, karma doesn't bind you. You are free from the entire nature and its laws forever. If you want to merge in the Absolute, you can merge and be the ocean of bliss yourself. Or you want to retain and enjoy swimming in the Sachidananda Sagara, yes, you can do. You can retain your individuality. If you want to remain in the trans-relative existence, yes, you can remain. Like Narendra and all, the Saptarishis, Sri Ramakrishna says, after traveling all the lokas beyond the relative, before it enters into the absolute, there was a region, trans-relative existence. There also you can remain. Whatever, you are free from nature and all its laws forever. Just by knowing yourself, independent of body, Atma Jnana. Even to know who am I, how much difficult you see, how much powerful are our habits that we have cultivated. The moment we have gained, again we come to the waking world, waking state, and see the same world, same attachment, same aversions, same I want to do sadhana, I want to do this, I want to do this. Again is moving about with the same identity. First he was there in the same world as a bound soul. Now he has become a sadhaka and moving about it within the prison house, within the prison room. He was chained. Now he has released the chained inside the prison. Inside the prison also somebody can chain you. You will be chained inside the prison. Prison itself is a chain, and you are chained inside. And from this you are trying to escape and move about. In the beginning, when you begin the spiritual practices, you are not the chain within the prison house. That is not removed. It is extended. You will be moving about within the prison with a longer chain. As you go on, transcending one by one layer, one by one shackles drop off. One leg chain will be removed, another leg will be there. And then another leg will be removed, 2 hands will be there. One hand will be removed. Like each one of the state you enter, one on Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi and all that. Each time you will be finally you will be relieved from the prison house itself. This relieving for you, this liberation from the prison house happens finally. So when he comes out from the prison house of nature, he can enter back also. He can move about freely because doors are kept open. It is not locked from outside nor from inside. You can go and come. The prisoners also will become happy, and they have become already your friends. You can sit with them and dine and move about freely. Like that much of freedom you will have. So, here that is Sri Ramakrishna is telling, then you will realize that you have never been the doer at all. Kimam papa akaravam, why did I do these sins? That thought will never, why did I do sins will never come? Because the doer was someone else, not me. It was an artificial doer. The ego shot up and it was doing and acquiring, and the same ego was experiencing the bondage and suffering and joys of life. From ignorance, man says, this is gold, this is brass. But the man of knowledge says, it is all gold. Ignorance says, it differentiates. This is this is mine, this is yours, this is all that. Finally he sees, God alone has become everything. There was no two, everything is gold-like. One material, many things appear. Exactly like most of the saints give simple examples. It is like when you enter into a potter's house, so many articles of clay will be kept displayed. Pots are there, so many plates are there, varieties of things are there. Some images are also there. There are so many varieties, so many things. Each one reminds you of something. Each one you are going to buy and utilize for a particular purpose. They are not same and equal. They are all different with different nature. But what he sees is, oh, all these are made up of clay. Another potter comes, he immediately identifies what kind of clay he has used. He sees only clay. He doesn't see varieties at all. Goldsmith, when he sees golden ornaments, he sees how much of gold is there in all this. He never sees the shape or where it is used, how it is used. Whether it is bangle or chain, it is same for him, as far as he sees gold in it. All others see, it's a bangle, it's a chain, as if they are entirely different from each other. Matter is same, forms are different, and different purpose it is used. Like that is this world, one reality appearing as many, exactly like dream world, where one mind is appearing as the vast universe in which we move about in the dream. But the man of knowledge says it's all gold. Reasoning stops when one sees God. On seeing God, the reasoning stops. But there are, even much before the realization comes when actually in practical life we see, when before the realization, the intellectual evolution will be complete, and intellectual in every respect fails to contemplate or understand what that absolute existence is. Mind cannot understand. Intellect also cannot discern. Senses can never see or perceive. It is beyond sense perception, beyond mind, conception of mind. It is just like blind man's this one. Blind man can never understand what is seeing. He can never know. What is light, he will not know. What is colors, he will not understand. But he uses all the term. Like all others he speaks, blind man. You can speak to any blind man. He's just like us, he speaks. He went 5 kilometers distance. He doesn't know what is distance. He can never know what is distance. 10 kilometers away, how does the sky look far? How this far and near is being perceived by senses? How does ear sense the distance? How far from the sound is coming? Ear also sees the distance. Near me he was sitting and talking. He is blind, he can understand certain things, but certain he doesn't know actually what is distance, what is seeing, what is understand. Nothing. But he uses all the terms. Like that, the person about God and all we talk, but nothing we know about the God and Spirit. First time after entering the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the light of consciousness. It's exactly like a blind man getting eyes and looking at this world, what it could be. Till then he was talking so many things freely. Then he understands what is this world. It's entirely different. Not only that, this ashrama, suppose, you stay somewhere far off, and then whole video, this, that, about the ashrama, all details, what is found in the internet. You try to analyze everything, seeing hundreds of photos and videos. You make a mental picture of the ashrama. When you come and see, it's entirely different. It is not at all what we conceived. A new world as if it is entirely different. So that much of difference will be there. Before that itself, the buddhi, because it is not able to, because like a blind man's buddhi, it is talking everything, but doesn't exactly know what is it. He uses the term white, black, red, everything uses. My friend went, he said there is blue sky, vast sky was there. They were all playing, it was daytime, sun was risen. All that he speaks like we are talking. Front was the huge ocean. What ocean? So that understanding. Then actually somebody asks, gives something in the hand. What is this color if he asks? He cannot tell. He can touch and see, he can smell and see. He touches, he smells, and he cannot understand what it is. What is the color? Color seeing. Then the mind will, no, I don't know what is the color. You tell. And when he tells, he says, all right. If he takes a white cloth and says, this is black, he says, all right. He accepts it. Each one will go on telling one things for him. So this becomes then how the mind, intellect surrenders, buddhi visarjana. Buddhi says, no, I can't know this. There is no means by which we can know this. And then, I am exhausted reading all the scriptures. So hearing so many explanations, I have not been able to understand what it is. What is Brahman? What is God? Nothing could be known. Then it gives up, because it is in search of reality. For functional aspect it is sufficient. But when the problem comes, just like I am using a vehicle, I know how to use a vehicle. When it stops in the road, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to repair it. So that part of repairing, knowing, I have not known. I know how to drive. I know how to take it, reverse, this, that, everything I can do. But I can't repair. When it comes to the repair, and when it stops, doesn't move, then the main things. When he sees his nearest and dearest are dead, and maybe young child, his own son, suddenly dies for some reason. Now, he has nothing to know. What is that death? What happened to my son? He cannot see the soul getting detached and going away. If he can see, and if he can see where it goes and how it takes a new body, doesn't matter, because that part is unknown. The part which has left, he cannot know. Part which is left here, he can see. Dead body he can see. The soul which has already gone to occupy another body, that he cannot see. So he weeps. Now the question comes, who was my son? Where has he gone? What happened? So one who is able to understand, that soul is eternal. It must have gone somewhere. For scriptures say, people who have realized say, saints say, death is only for body and not for the soul. He understands, but still he doesn't see. Everything is all right, everything is convincing my mind, but I don't see. There the buddhi exhausts. I can convince my mind to some extent, but intellect and heart remains with a question mark. Always. I don't know. There it surrenders. When I am not able to know who am I, in spite of all efforts, my buddhi fails. Buddhi is the only highest instrument I have to understand. That fails. I can manipulate anything in this world. I can create a computer, I can create a robot. But I can't know the beyond. There the mind exhausts. Then reasoning stops when one sees God. But there are instances of people who have realized God and who still continue to reason. Again, there are people who, even after having seen God, chant His name with devotion and sing His glories. It is like father, when he was a child, he used to play with toys. Then, as he grew, he left the toys and all, threw away, and no more. He went to the schools and colleges, no more chances of again playing with the toys and all, nor is interested in playing, nor he has any value for the toys. He is grown up. But one day it will come to that state that he gets a child, and then he again takes it, brings new toys and starts playing with his own child. He knows it doesn't have any value for him. For the sake of his child, he starts playing with the same toys he was playing once upon a time in ignorance. Now, as a man of knowledge, he plays with the same toys for the pleasure of others, for teaching others, for guiding others, for bringing up others. There are people who, even after seeing God, they continue reasoning. One is reasoning, like playing with the toys again with children. And again, there are people who, even after seeing God, chant His name with devotion and sing His glories. Unknowingly he was doing, because saints have taught and given the vastness of God, the compassion of God, existence of God. There is no proof of existence of God except scriptures say so and realized souls say. Otherwise there is no proof of existence of God. That is the only proof that realized soul people are there, and they have seen and I can see. And they too were ordinary people like me, so they have seen, I too can see. That is the only thing that is making faith alone is there of God's existence. Now he was doing what those people, after seeing what they sang, like Purandadasa, having seen God, how he started praising, and same praises of Meera bhajans. What Meera, when she saw Krishna and started singing, playing with him in various ways, she started singing his glories, names and glories. Same thing we did without seeing God. Now after seeing God, he sees the actual glory and then again sings, seeing it. To see it, he was praising and singing the names of God. Now having seen it, he does the same thing, singing the names and glories of God. This is the thing Sri Ramakrishna is telling here. There are people who, even after having seen God, chant His name with devotion and sing His glories. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.